looky here, 2 complete brake assemblies for a John Deere 2010 diesel. Let's bang them in. G'day everybody and welcome back. The river is still up today over there, so I took an opportunity to go and get the new brakes for the tractor. Very happy, good thickness. They're all second hand. I can get these in Australia, I've discovered, but 125 bucks each. I picked up the entire brake assembly for 200 bucks. So pretty happy. I've cleaned everything up. Everything slides on and off. I'll just give everything a little grease and start putting things together. I'll do this side, he says, not knowing. So this is the driver's side. No, he's in the middle of a tractor. This is the right hand side looking forwards of the tractor. We'll do that one and then I'll just do the other one. After that, I really need to take this apart and redo the valves. A couple of tips and hints from around the internet last couple of days might help me with that job, so let's get stuck in. So one of my first jobs is just to give the splines a bit of grease, and before everyone loses their mind about grease and brakes, watch what happens next when I come around the other side. I'm going to actually knock most of it off this disc. This is an old disc, but what I want to do is just make sure that there is a little bit of lubrication in the splines, because this one in particular, when I had to gas axe it off, was particularly average. So it's just a little tiny bit of grease, it's not a lot, and primarily it's just so it doesn't rust on there again. It was very stuck, but it also hadn't moved for a very long time. I've also scraped off any old goop, so they didn't have a gasket in here, they had goop, so I'm going to re-goop the cover back on. Should be good. They aren't a sealed system, they still have a hole in the bottom, but I think it's to keep the water out of the top. So alright, happy with that. Righto, so this is the right hand side. A little bit of grease around these splines. So this is the outside disc, the inside disc's already on the tractor. So that sits in there, take some of that excess off. Sits in there like that, and then the actuator comes in through the hole and should, in theory, just sit he said. Just make sure something. Try the other way. Should just nestle down in there like that. So actuator hole is out of the hole. Down here you can see that. I'll put some slippery on that. Before I put this on, I am going to just give this another clean. This one's a bit dirtier than I expected, and then we'll goop it and bang it on. Alright, so might have to just deal with my hands being in the way here for a second. So making sure we get the actuator through the hole. Somehow I've got to get that other disc to line up. How do you do that? He said that. Just going to stop and have a read of the manual.
Different choices.
Alright, right hand side back on. Still got to put the adjusting nut and the lock nut back on, but I'll do them both under the tractor at the same time. I'm a bolt short. I've only got 2 bolts for the other side, 2 long bolts. So I might go grab one of those and then put the other side on and come back. It's a bit hard to know if that other disc is in the right spot and if it's hooked onto the splines, but I don't know any way you could actually put it on and make sure. So if I get the tractor rocking, and obviously the brake pedal doesn't work because I haven't hooked it up, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Back in a while. Okay, there will be some heavy breathing here because I'm right under the camera. Got the other side on, got another bolt, so we might as well see if we're going to make any difference here. So these are just a rounded off nut that fit in this little recess. Hopefully I can get it on all the way. Doesn't feel like it. It's getting a little bit tight. So what I want to do is just do this up until it touches. Or feels like it touches anyway. Alright, so that's engaged with the base plate there. Here comes the right pedal. look out. So that's about 1/2 inch, which is what the manual recommends. So I'm going to start with it there, because I can always do it up later on when things get worn and warmed and all that sort of jazz, because I don't want to overdo it. As it, realistically, this tractor has had no brakes for quite some time, so alright, so I'll do this one up. Oh, come on. Alright, well, I guess we see what happens when we start it. I'll go around and do the other side, and then we'll wrap up. Alright, so in theory, alright, so that's about 1 inch, and that's about 1/2 inch. And I'm comfortable with that because I want to see which one works better. And then obviously things will start to loosen and tighten and all that sort of stuff. The other thing I saw yesterday is this problem. I have a couple of bolts missing, so I need to find a couple of bolts to put back in here, which might explain why this throttle gets a bit touchy-feely with the brake pedal. So I'll solve that problem. We might try and start this again. Let's see what we can do here, apart from make chaos. So now I suspect that this bolt is going to be too big or too long, or both. Come on, you can do it. Leverage stick. Now we've jammed it in the wrong spot. No, need some smaller bolts. Alright, I'm going to have to find a way to clean those threads out and get a couple of shorter bolts, but they will be critical for fixing this problem, but also fixing the throttle problem that comes with it. So this thing's been sitting in the sun all day, so it should be not cold. I'll take a few things off the top that yesterday fell off. I'm going to try this. So the aim today is to try and start this without the aero start and see if it'll come close. The hydraulic pump's been... Let's see if I can get this. So this is supposedly going to take pressure off the hydraulic pump. So let's see what happens. I'm not confident. Fuel's on. Whoop. Whoop, they might take it out of gear. That'll make it start easier.
We'll keep making a mistake.
Can't use aero start every time. Just can't. No, that's enough. It's definitely valves time. Found another bolt, so I'm going to take one of these bolts out and go buy some more for the other side, and the river's open, so we'll go and have a look. Anyway, thanks for watching. We're very, very close to this having the bonnet back on. We've got to fix the chair and then it's good to go. Away we go. Let's get into it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for your patience. We're very close. See you next time. Oh yeah, starting to look like a new tractor. Brake pedals, bolts. Oh, I can't wait to get this thing going. Thanks for watching. See you next time.